Welcome back to my channel. Kody Brown films for the paycheck. David Woolley films for love. But what really happened to the money? Insiders are buzzing with a rumor that has Kody seeing red, so red that some say he's punching walls at Coyote Pass. While Kody reportedly haggled over every single dollar that TLC might be desperate to bury. Before we unpack this bombshell that could rewrite everything, hustling, selling MLM products, filming the show, funneled straight into Kody never touch. Picture it. Kody in Flagstaff, stressed about loans and property, hustling to manufacture storylines to keep the checks flowing. Meanwhile, David sits in Utah, holding Kody's entire livelihood like spare change. And there's more. It's not just that David gave it away. It's where. Insiders claim he donated to a charity dedicated to helping women and children escape abusive polygamous cults. Pause for a second. Let that sink in. Kody, who spent decades on TV normalizing polygamy, just got a literal slap in the face. The money he built a show around, money he begged for, went straight to dismantling the very system he glorifies. Shakespearean justice. By donating to help women escape situations like the AUB or FLDS, David is directly funding liberation. For Kody, this is more than financial loss. It's ideological warfare. He can't gaslight it. He can't manipulate it. It's a check cashed in freedom fighters' favor. And why would David do this? Because of who he married. Kody Brown. The woman who left, who stood up, who became a symbol of courage for thousands. He saw her trauma, her years of neglect under Kody, and he chose to honor that by using his paycheck to help others escape the same chains. It's a narrative loop that's perfect for the fans and devastating for Kody. Money, power, justice, all in one move. It positions David not just as a husband, but as an ally, a protector, a man who puts his money where his mouth is. Let's break down why this rumor is gaining traction. People believe it because it aligns perfectly with everything we know about David. His social media shows his generosity. We see how he treats his children and grandchildren, the vacations he takes Kody on. He is a provider. And we also know he is not a fan of Kody Brown. In public, David has kept his words civil, mostly quiet. But in the rare one-on-one moments, his body language speaks volumes. He looks at Kody with a mix of confusion and pity. He doesn't respect him. And what better way to show disdain for a man obsessed with money than to take his precious TV paycheck and give it away? Now, imagine the reaction inside the Brown household. If this rumor reached Kody, and it did, because Robin monitors the internet like a hawk, the atmosphere at Coyote Pass must be explosive. Rumors have swirled for months about Kody and Robin's financial struggles, unpaid taxes, looming bills, even the possibility of selling the house. Every dollar counts. To see David, the so-called interloper, walk away with a massive check and then donate it to a charity for people leaving polygamy must sting. Kody likely sees that money as his. In his mind, the wedding special only happened because he made Kody famous. He probably thinks he deserves a cut. That's the level of delusion we're dealing with. Hearing the money went to support survivors of polygamy? That's narcissistic injury on a grand scale. It reinforces his deepest fear, irrelevance, powerlessness, that the world has moved on and is rooting against him. The type of charity mentioned matters too. Organizations like Holding Out help provide housing, food, clothing, and counseling for women leaving polygamous communities. Many leave with nothing, no education, no job, no bank account. Kody had the show, a fan base, and MLM income. Many didn't. If David's donation is real, he's providing a lifeline, transforming money earned from a trauma narrative into actual healing. Contrast this with Kody's recent behavior. While rumors swirl about David's generosity, Kody is reportedly pitching spin-offs, attempting a redemption arc, and charging outrageous cameo fees. One man clawing for relevance and revenue. The other living a real life, loving his wife, giving away the TV money. It's a hero-villain dynamic straight out of Hollywood. Fans are drawn to it because it validates everything they've felt for 3 seasons. Kody traded up, and Kody is left in his cluttered kingdom, realizing he lost. TLC is in a bind. They thrive on drama, but need Kody to keep filming. If David openly confirms he donated the money, the show becomes an ideological battlefield. Suddenly, the network must acknowledge Kody as the villain actively undermined by the new hero. Legally, David may be restricted from public disclosure of his salary or donations. That's why this info leaks quietly through sources rather than a press release. His silence makes the gesture even more powerful. It's integrity, not a stunt. Reality TV salaries are closely guarded, but a hit show star can earn $20,000 to $40,000 per episode. A two-part wedding special focused on David and Christine? High five figures, maybe six. Life-changing money. And he gave it away. It speaks to his values. I won't profit from my wife's pain. By donating, he purifies the money, turning proceeds of trauma into tools for healing. The contrast between David and Kody runs deeper. Kody hoards, David gives. Kody fears scarcity. David believes in abundance. That difference drives Kody mad. He can't fathom someone giving away money when he would buy a sports car. David knows respect and public admiration outweigh any material possession. Insiders suggest Robin may be the most upset. Allegedly CFO of Kody's life, she sees the numbers. She knows what they're losing. David's action exposes Robin's lack of charity. When was the last time Kody and Robin gave back? They asked for money for Coyote Pass but never donated. In comparison, David and Christine appear benevolent, generous, and grounded. Robin's carefully cultivated image of empathy and peacemaking collapses under the weight of action, silent, decisive, and generous. Timing is everything. This leak drops right as talks for the next season heat up. Strategic? Sabotage? Did someone in Christine's camp slip it to a blog? Or did a TLC production assistant, quietly on her side, whisper it to the right ears? We may never know, but the timing is perfect. It keeps the wedding special relevant, keeps the heat on Kody, and keeps fans buzzing through the off-season. Believable enough to be true, outrageous enough to shock. Season 19 is going to be a challenge. How do you film a family that doesn't talk? How do you film sister wives when there are no sister wives left? Kody and Robin are isolated. Christine and David are living their best life. Janelle is independent. Mary is finally gone. The show is fractured. This rumor? It's the bridge. It ties these disparate storylines together with one theme: money and morality. It gives fans a reason to keep watching. Will Kody snark about people throwing money away? Will he try to claim charity points for himself? He can't help it, and if he responds, it will likely be a disaster. Exactly what we're here for. The narrative writes itself. David the Saint, Kody the Grinch. Kody, who stole Christine's joy for 25 years. David, the giver. Kody, chaotic and in debt. David, calm and abundant. Every comment section, every Reddit thread, every Facebook post will explode with this comparison. And the adult Brown children? Many adore David. They post pictures, spend holidays with him. If he donated to help women escape polygamy, he's sending them a subtle message: I support your freedom. I condemn the system that hurt you. He's showing the kids what a responsible patriarch looks like, providing, protecting, and giving without exploiting. Meanwhile, Kody's greed is on full display. Then there's TLC. If this story goes mainstream, outlets like People or US Weekly pick it up, and suddenly the network loses control. David doesn't need them. He's principled, independent. Kody and Robin? Easily manipulated. They want money, fame, sympathy. David wants nachos with his wife. By donating, he strips the producers of their main lever, the paycheck. The theory is simple but powerful. David Woolley received a massive wedding check and, instead of cashing it, donated it to survivors of polygamy. A silent, moral flex that leaves Kody fuming and the fans cheering. Imagine being in David's shoes, handed a check from the show that documented your wife's misery. What do? Pocket it? Burn it? Or turn it into a weapon for good? The impact hits harder when we look at Kody's history. Coyote Pass, the family legacy, became a monument to his financial mismanagement. Loans unpaid. Janelle stressing, cashing out her 401k to fund a casita, while Kody bought Robin a mansion filled with luxury art and jewelry. Money from working wives, Mary, Janelle, Christine, funneled into assets benefiting only Kody and Robin's, and suddenly money appears for a nanny. Kody finds it. Symbolic of everything, privilege, greed, imbalance. Kody always finds money for Robin. He found it to pay off her Victoria's Secret debt. He finds it for a nanny for a wife who doesn't work. But when it came to Isabel's spine surgery, he suggested she go alone to save money. He complained about the cost. Think about that contrast. Kody hesitates to pay for his daughter's health, but he spares no expense for luxury or comfort. Now look at David. He marries Christine, treats Isabel like his own daughter, and, if the rumors are true, takes a massive paycheck and gives it to charity. He is showing that money should heal, help, and support. People matter more than property. It's a direct rebuke of Kody's values. Kody values things. David values people. Insider reports say Robin is terrified of this narrative. Fans already see her as the villain, the wife who broke up the family. If David is portrayed as a philanthropist, Robin looks even more like a leech, absorbing resources while David creates and distributes them. The contrast is undeniable. Christine and David contribute to the world. Kody and Robin consume it. The fan reaction has been explosive. Reddit, TikTok, Facebook, they're all abuzz. David is being hailed as a legend. Saint David. Fans are making memes. David as the hero, Kody as the crying wreck. The internet loves a hero, and it loves a redemption story even more. Christine, the survivor, found her protector. David, quiet, principled, generous, doesn't need the spotlight. Meanwhile, the comment sections roast Kody mercilessly. David just bought Kody's dignity for the price of a wedding special check. Or Kody is crying in his closet looking at his flashlight collection while David is saving the world. Underneath the mockery is catharsis. Fans have invested over a decade watching these women suffer. Mary was catfished. Janelle worried about finances. Christine cried on the couch. David's alleged donation is the ultimate win. It proves the suffering wasn't in vain. The sister wives' money is finally doing something positive. Justice, in its purest form. They couldn't save Christine from Kody, but David did. And now, the proceeds of her story are saving others. Fans aren't just praising David, they're dissecting Kody's silence. Kody watches the show. He reads the comments. He pain shops online. He is seeing these rumors, and it's eating him alive. The internet is practically baiting him. Come on, Kody. Show us your charitable donations. Robin, how much did you give to a women's shelter this year? Every day they don't respond. The rumor grows stronger. Some fans even suspect a TLC strategy. The network thrives on drama. If St. David boosts ratings and Kody the Grinch drives hate-watch views, the editors will lean in. Smiling David handing out checks, contrasted with Kody scowling over the price of lumber? It writes itself. And this is where the story transcends reality TV. It becomes a lesson in character. David proves you cannot buy class or a good heart. Kody has spent his life performing the part of a patriarch. He demands respect, yells, "I am the head of this household." But respect is earned through sacrifice. David's act, sacrificing his salary, is tangible character. He didn't have to do it. No one would have blamed him. It was his money. By giving it away, he rises above the fray. Kody accumulates. David impacts. Whoever helps the most people wins. That is the unassailable moral high ground. Kody can attack David's looks. He can attack his job. He can attack his relationship with Christine. He has tried all of it, but there is no counter for this act of charity. If Kody criticizes David for donating to help women, he looks like a monster. If he claims it was for attention, he looks petty and jealous. There is no winning move. David has checked him with kindness. And the irony is delicious. The charity allegedly supports single mothers or women escaping polygamy, groups Kody has repeatedly disparaged. He has said men don't want women with baggage or kids from other men. Yet David married Christine, a woman with 6 kids and a very public past, and loves her fiercely. By donating to this cause, he validates these women's worth. You matter. Your children matter. You deserve a fresh start. He is actively dismantling the fear-based ideology Kody relied on. The ripple effect extends to the other wives. Janelle and Mary, they are victims of financial abuse and need to rebuild. They aren't being judged. But David, financially stable and principled, is the external force balancing the scales. Janelle, a numbers expert, must be quietly reveling in this. She knows exactly how much that check hurt Kody, and the satisfaction is palpable. Karma in motion. Insider reports hint Kody is unraveling. Erratic. Paranoid. Feeling the network turn against him. David's generosity is the cherry on top. To a narcissist, someone else's kindness is an attack. You think you're better than me because you gave money away? Yes, Kody. In this case, he is. Long term, this story could reshape the show. If David continues as the wholesome hero and Kody as the embattled villain, how long can Sister Wives sustain its title? The narrative is shifting. Christine's happily ever after versus Kody's misery. A spin-off could be inevitable. Christine, Janelle, and David traveling, doing charity work, thriving. David's donation, if true, will be a cornerstone. Love triumphing over greed, the end of the Kody Brown era, and the rise of the Christine Woolley era. Generosity multiplies love. Greed subtracts it. Kody is in the negatives. David is in the positives. And let's not forget the ultimate contrast. Kody films for the paycheck. Trapped in a lifestyle he can't sustain without cameras. David filmed for love, to support his wife. And when the money came, he proved he doesn't answer to the system. He isn't beholden. He's free. The wedding special wasn't just a wedding. It was a revolution. And the revolution is being funded by TLC's own money. He broke the chain. And that, my friends, is why Kody is furious. Kody realizes he has no power over a man who doesn't want what he has. Kody flaunts money, or pretends to, but David has something far more precious. Freedom. You can't buy freedom with a TLC check, but you can use a TLC check to buy freedom for others. The ripple effects of David Woolley's donation are spreading like wildfire through the Sister Wives universe. We've already touched on the emotional fallout, the Saint versus Grinch dynamic. But now, let's get down to the brass tacks, real estate, ruin, and the potential collapse of Coyote Pass. For years, Kody has clung to that property with a death grip. It's his dream, his kingdom, but kingdoms are expensive. Property taxes, infrastructure, upkeep, he's relied on every season renewal, every bonus, every special to keep it afloat. Then David steps in, treating TV money like disposable cash. To a lender, that's terrifying. Kody looks desperate. David looks secure. Who would you trust with your money? Kody's grip on Coyote Pass starts to loosen. Now, factor in Robin. She's never known the family without the show's income. She has lived in scarcity only on paper because the pot was always there. Seeing David give away a fortune? It must feel incomprehensible. If the rumors are true, Robin is likely spinning this as an attack on Kody. They're trying to starve us out. But the reality is simpler. David is holding up a mirror. He's showing that you can be on reality TV and still have a soul. Kody and Robin sold theirs a long time ago. Meanwhile, TLC is caught in a legal and production nightmare. How do you handle a cast member who's actively funding the opposition? David isn't saying a word against Kody. He's just donating. Action, not speech. Kody can't sue him. TLC cannot censor David without fan backlash. Editing season 19 suddenly becomes a moral imperative. David is the hero. Kody is left haggling over logs for his unfinished Coyote Pass dream while David writes checks for women's shelters. The story writes itself. The contrast between David's tangible business success and Kody's hodgepodge hustles couldn't be starker. David has drywall, contracts, real work. Kody has gun parts and MLMs. David gives freely. Kody haggles for every penny. It's an existential blow to Kody's ego. The hunter who feeds the village versus the scavenger eating alone. David dismantles Kody's alpha facade simply by being competent, generous, and calm. And then there's the ripple effect. Janelle, the adult kids, the AUB church, even fans. The financial and moral contrast highlights decades of greed, control, and scarcity mentality. Greedy, hoarding ways are illuminated. David's quiet virtue? It's blinding. Consider the optics. Flagstaff, dim lights, tense energy, Kody pacing, counting bills, reading commenting, Christine cooking, David calm, content, doing the right thing. No psychological chords. Fans see the moral truth. Actions speak louder than rhetoric is the ultimate checkmate.